I've had this idea for quite some time and I've tried it once or twice, but I'm thinking I have some new material called PETG, which is a lot tougher material, and I think maybe it'll work this time. And the idea is a tool that will help us space our gear. If I had a light on, right? Space the gear when we reassemble our chassis. Can you imagine why I'm having an interest in that? What I want is a spacer that I can put behind the gear and between the body, right? That is exactly the distance that it should be from the body to be in the center of the cavity. But then I wanted a device that I could put on top so when I press down, I don't press too far. So I've made a thick, fat spacer-like thing that will sit right on top of this, pardon me, right on top of this, and it will only allow me to go down to the thickness of that, which is exactly the amount of gear, axle that should be sticking out. Then I've always had trouble stabilizing this thing when I'm trying to press all this stuff together, so I made an even bigger spacer that fits on the underside of it with a big foot, and I'll make a second one that will go down at the other end. And it has a hole in it, and I want to show you this because this I felt was really cool. I'll give you I'll go in the middle and show you the middle view, okay? Make sure my printer's doing okay. So, voila! I've made the spacer with a hole the exact size distance that of this spacer, so that when you press these two together, and this is on one, this is on one side of that gear, and you're pressing in this direction, everything will be equally spaced. The axle will be equally spaced. It'll be inside here and inside there, and that spacer will be right alongside this gear in here, and that will keep you from going too far, I hope. I'm going to build it. I'm going to build it in PETG and test it and see if that'll help me, because I got 4 engines to assemble, and I do it, but it's always a pain, and you always worry, and sometimes you have to do it over, and I really don't know how to do that. I want to do it once every time and perfectly every time. So I'm going to print a set of this up and see if it works, and if it does, I'll let you know. And if it does work, I tell you what, I'll send you the file and you can print your own, as long as you print it with some heavy duty material, so that when you want to assemble your axle and gear on the drive axle of the Flyer, you can make sure you get it spaced. That's what I thought. Okay, any case, I'm going to give it a shot and I'll let you know how that turns out later.